Alright guys, my big snapper's here. You can't see, but his head is right there. So if you were to stick your finger in the water, that would what happened to you. Alright, let's give big. I can't feed him out my hand because I don't got much of this out here, and I would have to give him a big piece to keep my hand safe. I ain't trying to get my fingers bit off because he surely will take your hand off or your fingers. Boom, there he goes. Big boy. That's actually Big Mouth George. The Godfather ain't here yet. He's huge. He makes him look small. And he makes all the, and Big Mouth George makes all the rest of them look small. Look, the fish are trying to get it. The snapper's right here. There's his head. I was gonna try to pet him. I can't just reach my hand in the water though. It's too murky. I can't see. That's the worst thing you can do in a situation like this. You trying to get crazy. Don't ever stick your hand in the water thinking you can. That's his shell. And you got, when you're dealing with a big snapping turtle, common snapping turtle, or even an alligator snapper, any kind of animal that can take your hand off, you always need to make sure you can identify what their heads are. And start, if you're ever trying to pet them, I always start from the tail end and work my way toward the head. There's a little baby. I never start with just, sticking your hand in the water, especially when you got all that on your fingers. I gotta be careful, like you hold my hand that close, because he's got a big head. He can come up that high. But when you got all this stuff on your fingers, that he's just gonna assume that's a hot dog or some kind of food, and he will bite you. Not meaningful. Not meaningful. You see like this, even when I put my hand on the log, I don't keep my fingers out like that. I pull him back because he's actually right here. I can see the darkness in the water. He's right there. I just can't see his head yet. There's a little baby one. It's a little baby yellow-belly. Hey buddy, here. There's two little yellow-bellies right there. There's another yellow-belly. See, I can pet the yellow-bellies, no problem, but I still have to identify where that common snapper is, because I can promise you he's right here. He ain't far. When I'm giving them food, he does not go far. I mean, he climbs out the damn water on the log right here. He comes up, all this right here that broke off, that right there is from him climbing out the damn water trying to come up here and get food. I'm talking about like a dang on 20-year-old snapping turtle. I mean, that dude is huge, and he's climbing out the water. Sometimes they don't like to wait because they know me. Now they wouldn't. Now if you was a stranger out here doing this, people kind of get the misperception that, oh, you start feeding these animals, that they're not going to fear humans, and then the bad people in the world will hurt them or kill them for the fun of it or something. A lot of evil people in the world. Well, all these out here are generally wild. I'm the only one on this lake that does this. I've been out here almost 2 years. I ain't never seen anybody else feed these animals, which kind of I think I like that. I think that's a good thing. I ain't trying to be selfish, but again, I don't want them getting too comfortable with people. But if you were to come to here, like I had a couple little girls out here last Saturday, my younger brother's daughters. Younger son, but he was a baby. But the two girls, a 9-year-old and the other one was a couple years younger. I forgot her age. But this right here, the water's high today because of the rain, so they were out here on this one, and I stood right here with them, make sure the common snappers weren't around, and because I wouldn't let them touch these ones here if the snappers were around, just for safety. But they weren't here, and it was daytime, so I could see the water. The sun was lighting it up. You could see if they was coming, and but these right here, how they come up. They were out here petting their shells and feeding them cat food and having the time of their life. Oh, here he is, guys. There, I told you, there's the big boy. Come on, Big Mouth George. Come on, big boy. Oh, he is such a big boy. My knees always pop, man. That's from years of playing soccer, racing motocross. Hey, big boy. Let's see him. Come on, big boy. There's his head. His head's right there, guys. He's about to get. Oop. Told you. Now, look, you can't even see him on the camera, but I can barely see him with the naked eye. And his head is still right there. Watch him. Oh, that little yellow-bellied stole it from him. Oh, he's a big boy, he shares. No, let's see. That was a fish, actually. That wasn't him. There, he got it. Yeah, well, that was him. So his head is right here now. Right here he is. Watch. 1, 2. Nope. He's holding back. 1, 2, 3, go. There he goes. See it down in there? You can barely see it. That's him. He's got it in his mouth. Watch. He'll suck it down in a second. He's dragging it. Or did he bite a damn fish? His head is right here. Here, a fish just took that from him. Damn. A fish just came right up to that big snapper and took it right out of his mouth. And these snappers, when they open their mouth, they sit down on the mud. And when they got their mouths open, they got this little thing, that, like the little worm thing in the bottom of their mouth. So it looks like a little worm. And these fish come along, or in other things, and they come along and want to eat them, or, you know, bite at this worm in the water, thinking that's what it is. And it's really a common snapping turtle, because I haven't seen any alligator snappers out here. He's gonna love that chicken. I'm gonna walk inside real quick and get a couple more pieces of this and come back out, because I didn't really feed these guys as much and I feel bad. I'm a real giving person. Peace, love, blessings.